Understanding government secrecy, penalties, classified info, prosecutions and transparency issues. Explore government classified information penalties, prosecutions, and how secrecy impacts transparency and legal battles in today's political landscape. Government secrecy penalties and prosecutions, what you should know. Hey, have you ever wondered what actually happens when someone messes with government classified information? I mean, we often hear about whistleblowers, leaks, or even spies. But what's on the line when it comes to government confidentiality? The consequences can be surprisingly severe, and honestly, pretty fascinating if you love a mix of legal drama and cloak and dagger intrigue. So, here's the deal. Governments around the world, especially here in the US, have strict rules to protect what's sometimes called government information secrecy, or government document secrecy. These rules exist to safeguard national security, protect intelligence sources, and keep sensitive operations. Yes, like those secret policies that aren't meant for public eyes, under wraps. When someone is caught handling or distributing classified material without the proper authorization, it's not just a slap on the wrist. We're talking about hefty penalties, including fines, long prison sentences, or both. Legally, this falls under statutes related to espionage, unauthorized disclosure, and sometimes even treason, depending on the case's severity. Take the Espionage Act, for example. It's one of the key tools the U.S. government uses to prosecute unauthorized leaks of government secret information. The act is so stringent that it doesn't just cover traditional spying, but also anyone who mishandles classified materials, even if they didn't intend to harm national security. That means even journalists or government employees who share sensitive info face potential imprisonment if the government decides to press charges. Now, this raises an interesting tension between government transparency issues and the need for confidentiality. While citizens have a right to know what their government is doing, especially regarding policies that impact them, there's also a strong case for keeping certain stuff secret to protect public safety. This balancing act often ends up in the courts and public debates. In recent years, some prosecutions of government whistleblowers have sparked serious controversy. People argue that sometimes individuals exposing wrongdoing are punished as harshly as actual spies or foreign agents. On the flip side, proponents of strict secrecy laws say that loose handling of classified information could risk lives and national security operations. There's also a psychological side to this dynamic that most people overlook, which is why stories and media around government secrets pull us in so much. For those fascinated by government information secrecy and the shadowy world behind it, Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit is a gripping read. It explores the intersection of conspiracy, secret government projects, and personal betrayal in a thrilling way. Definitely a recommendation if you want to see how these themes play out in fiction. Now, if you ever wanted to understand how these cases wind through the legal system, here's a quick rundown of what happens once someone is suspected of violating government secrecy rules. Investigation usually starts with intelligence agencies or the FBI. They monitor, gather evidence, and may even conduct interviews. Charges filed. If there's probable cause, prosecutors will bring charges like unauthorized disclosure of classified information or violations of the Espionage Act. Trial and defense. The accused can mount a defense, but here's the catch. Much of the trial might be behind closed doors to protect remaining secrets. Sentencing. Sentences vary, but they can include years in prison. Some cases result in plea deals, but others go full throttle to trial. Penalties can be so impactful that they send a message not just to the accused, but to everyone with access to classified material. It's as much about deterrence as about punishment. Of course, that's where discussions about government secret policies and transparency issues become heated. Critics often argue for reforms to protect whistleblowers, while governments say they need robust safeguards to prevent leaks that could cripple national security. If these topics intrigue you, seriously consider checking out Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's available for purchase in ebook, print, or audio, so you can pick whichever fits your vibe. The story offers a sensational narrative that plays with the idea of government secrecy and what it feels like to be caught in that web of manipulation and deceit. So yeah, government secrecy penalties and prosecutions aren't just dry legal jargon. They're a real-life mix of high stakes, ethical quandaries, and even psychological drama. Next time you hear news about someone leaking info or a court case involving classified documents, you'll get why it's such a big deal and why the government goes all out to keep secrets under lock and key. Hope you found that as interesting as I do. Feel free to share if you know anyone obsessed with conspiracy topics. They'll definitely want to hear about this.